So hello my friends, Devaun Lennox here, PhotographyPX. In today's video we will cover the best cameras to start a YouTube channel under $1,000. Do know you can find timestamps and links in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment, and also know this is not a sponsored video. Let's get started. Today's mid-range market has plenty of exciting options that are excellent starting points for aspiring creators. But not just any camera can tackle this purpose, and creators require a different subset of features and capabilities than a typical photographer. When looking at options, these are the essential points to consider: continuous autofocus, the screen's articulation, inputs, and video capabilities. In this list, we've compiled the top 10 best cameras that not only are budget friendly, but also are perfect starting points for your YouTube channel. Coming in at number 10, Panasonic's LUMIX G7. Panasonic's G7 is another installment into the company's Backbone G series. Released in the summer of 2015, it features a 16 megapixel live MOS sensor, the Venus Engine 9 image processor, 4K video up to 30 frames per second, and 1080p full HD video up to 60 frames per second. It also has a 3-inch fully articulating touchscreen, a microphone input, zebras, a 2x teleconverter, time-lapse, and wireless connectivity. It uses a 49-point contrast detection autofocusing system with Panasonic's depth from defocus technology and face detection. This system works reasonably well in continuous focus given the subjects remain in the frame and aren't turned to profile towards the camera. This camera also provides extensive customization over the footage, including HSL, dynamic range, and gamma curves, which is perfect for tailoring the footage towards your specific style. Unlike rivals, Panasonic's Image app also allows full remote control over video recording and is the most versatile app available on the market. Overall, Panasonic's G7 is in many respects a baby Panasonic GH4, and it provides much of the same performance with only minor differences. And it too makes an excellent choice as a hybrid camera for stills and video, but it's a far more economical way to enter Panasonic's ecosystem and the better option for aspiring creators on a budget. Coming in at number 9, Canon's T8i. Canon's Rebel T8i is their latest release and the current flagship in the Rebel lineup to replace the popular T7i. Initially released in the spring of 2020, it features a 24.1 megapixel CMOS sensor, the Digic 8 image processor, 4K video up to 24 frames per second, and 1080p full HD video up to 60 frames per second. It also has a 3-inch fully articulating touchscreen, time-lapse, digital stabilization, a microphone input, and wireless connectivity. It uses a 45-point all-cross type AF system that brings both face and eye detection, and it marks the first ever camera to feature face detection tracking through the viewfinder, a revolutionary addition among current DSLRs. It also supports vertical video, a rare feature in this class that provides easy sharing to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Overall, Canon's T8i now stands tall as their most advanced Rebel camera to date. It improves its predecessor's tried and true features with updated video and far superior autofocusing, and it packs a surprisingly advanced feature set given its budget-friendly price. Coming in at number 8, Canon's EOS Rebel SL3. Canon's SL3 is their latest entry into the super lightweight category. Released in the summer of 2019, it features a 24.1 megapixel CMOS sensor, the Digic 8 image processor, 4K video up to 24 frames per second, and 1080p full HD video up to 60 frames per second. It also has a 3-inch fully articulating touchscreen, time-lapse, HDR movie, digital image stabilization, and microphone input, and wireless connectivity. It uses a 9-point autofocusing system with Canon's dual-pixel CMOS AF, now with eye detection for added accuracy, and it also obtains Canon's HDR movie mode, which merges videos in camera to maintain detail in high-contrast scenes. And at 402 grams body alone, it's also the smallest and lightest DSLR on the market. Overall, Canon's SL3 is a significant improvement over the SL2. It provides a new sensor, 4K video, and superior battery life, and it delivers a comprehensive feature set for its incredibly small size. Coming in at number 7, Canon's EOS M6 Mark II. Canon's EOS M6 Mark II is their 7th mid-range mirrorless camera and the current flagship of the EOS M lineup. Released in the fall of 2019, it features a 32.5 megapixel CMOS sensor, the Digic 8 image processor, 4K video up to 30 frames per second, and 1080p Full HD video up to 60 frames per second. It also has a 3-inch tilting touchscreen, USB charging, HDR movie, time-lapse, a microphone input, and wireless connectivity. It inherits Canon's dual-pixel CMOS AF, however it now offers the best implementation of the system to date with a total of 5,481 selectable autofocusing points. This new system also brings both face plus tracking and eye detection AF for relentless tracking during video recordings. This camera is also among the first Canon cameras to provide dual-pixel AF when shooting 4K video, unlike both the EOS M50 and the Rebel SL3, which both use contrast detection when recording 4K video. It even offers digital image stabilization when recording movies, which works well when hand-holding the camera. And this camera also supports the high frame rate movie mode, which shoots video at 120 frames per second in Full HD for super slow motion videos. Overall, Canon's EOS M6 Mark II provides the highest resolution sensor in the APS-C segment we've seen thus far, and as Canon's latest flagship, it does an incredible job and sets a new standard for the class, and it's the strongest high-resolution compact around. Coming at number 6, Canon's 80D. Canon's 80D is the outgoing flagship of their multimedia lineup. Released in the spring of 2016, it features a 24.2 megapixel CMOS sensor, the Digit 6 image processor, and 1080p Full HD video up to 60 frames per second. It also has a 3-inch fully articulating touchscreen, time-lapse, digital zoom, HDR movie, wireless connectivity, weather sealing, and headphone and microphone inputs. It uses a 45-point all-cross type AF system with Canon's dual-pixel CMOS AF. And unlike other contenders on this list, it's the only camera to provide both headphone and microphone inputs, useful for monitoring recorded audio to prevent bad recordings. It's also the only camera to offer full weather sealing, giving you confidence to capture even the riskiest clips. Overall, Canon's 80D is an excellent multimedia content creation tool, and one that takes a familiar design and couples it with top-of-the-line performance and a friendly mid-range price point. And it's an excellent jack of all trades and Canon's best valued SLR to date. Coming in at number 5, Canon's EOS M50. Canon's EOS M50 is an entry-level mirrorless camera they market towards beginning hybrid shooters. Released in the spring of 2018, it features a 24.1 megapixel CMOS sensor, the Digit 8 image processor, 4K video up to 24 frames per second, and 1080p Full HD video up to 60 frames per second. It also has a 3-inch fully articulating touchscreen, time-lapse, digital stabilization, a microphone input, and wireless connectivity. It uses a 99-point AF system with Canon's dual-pixel CMOS AF, which provides similar performance as their EOS 80D. However, this iteration delivers eye detection, making it the first Canon camera to obtain this feature. This camera also offers the high-speed movie mode at 120 frames per second to capture super slow-motion videos for delicate moments. Overall, Canon's EOS M50 is the smaller and more robust version of both the 77D and EOS 80D, and while it offers a more minimal and straightforward layout than those two larger SLRs, it remains one of their most capable mirrorless cameras below the EOS M6 and EOS R lineups, and it's a strong budget-friendly option with a comprehensive feature set to match. Coming in at number 4, Fujifilm's X-T200. Fujifilm's X-T200 is their most recent addition to their mid-tier lineup to sit between the entry-level X-A7 and semi-professional X-T30. Released in the spring of 2020, it features a 24.2 megapixel CMOS sensor, 4K video up to 30 frames per second, and 1080p Full HD video up to 60 frames per second. It also has a 3.5-inch fully articulating touchscreen, USB charging, HDR movie, digital stabilization, time-lapse, a microphone input, and wireless connectivity. It uses a 425-point phase detection autofocusing system, which now brings along both face and eye detection autofocus. Fuji's also equipped the camera with the high-speed movie recording mode that provides super slow motion videos in Full HD up to 120 frames per second. And it also shoots HDR movies, which combines multiple videos of varied exposures in camera to increase dynamic range and preserve details. and combined with Fuji's color science and historic film simulations, this camera offers a unique stylistic appeal that others cannot match. It also provides the rare option to convert the camera's USB-C port into a headphone input, a distinct edge over rivals that lack this feature altogether. Overall, Fujifilm's X-T200 provides notable improvements over its predecessor with superior autofocus, better processing, an improved screen, and proper 4K video, and while it's aimed at first-time users, it's powerful enough to give mid-range cameras twice its price a run for their money. Coming in at number 3, Canon's PowerShot G7X Mark III. Canon's G7X Mark III is their third entry into the G7X lineup, and a camera that offers multimedia capabilities in a sleek and compact design. Released in the fall of 2019, it features a 20.1 megapixel stacked CMOS sensor, the Digic 8 image processor, 4K video up to 30 frames per second, and 1080p full HD video up to 60 frames per second. It also has a 3-inch tilting touchscreen, time-lapse, optical stabilization, neutral density filters, HDR movie, USB charging, a microphone input, and wireless connectivity. It uses a 31-point contrast detection autofocusing system with face plus tracking and a built-in 24 to 100mm lens for excellent versatility. This is also one of the few cameras to support vertical video recording to Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook stories, and it's also the first camera to live stream directly to YouTube via Canon's Image Gateway app. Canon's even equipped the camera with the high frame rate movie mode, which shoots super slow motion videos at 120 frames per second in full HD. Overall, Canon's G7X Mark III offers exciting updates over its predecessor with the latest sensor and processor to provide even better image quality. Plus, the new live streaming option and addition of 4K make it into quite the compact powerhouse. Coming in at number 2, Sony's A6100. Sony's A6100 is the long-awaited replacement to their hallmark A6000. Released in the fall of 2019, it features a 24.2 megapixel CMOS sensor, the Bionz X image processor, 4K video up to 30 frames per second, and 1080p full HD video up to 120 frames per second. It also has a 3-inch tilting touchscreen, zebras, time-lapse, USB charging, a microphone input, and wireless connectivity. It uses a 425-point phase detection autofocusing system that brings along real-time IAF for both humans and animals, and these points cover 84% of the frame, allowing the camera to focus and accurately track subjects virtually anywhere on the screen. Unlike rivals, it also records both sound and maintains autofocus when shooting full HD video at 120 frames per second, a rare feature in this class. And it's also one of few cameras on the market that offers unlimited video recording instead of the standard 29-minute limit. Overall, Sony's A6100 is an excellent all-rounder that gives rivals in the entry-level class some real competition. It's a significant improvement over the original A6000, and while it's the most affordable option in Sony's newest Alpha series, it inherits much of the class-leading innovations and functionality from its pricier peers. Coming in at number 1, Sony's ZV-1. Sony's ZV-1 is a brand new lineup for the manufacturer to depart from their long-standing Cybershot lineup. This compact point-and-shoot is designed specifically with videographers and YouTubers in mind. Released in the summer of 2020, it features a 1-inch 20.1 megapixel CMOS sensor, the Bionz X image processor, 4K video up to 30 frames per second, and 1080p full HD video up to 120 frames per second. It also has a 3-inch fully articulating touchscreen, a tally lamp, time-lapse, a microphone input, USB charging, optical stabilization, neutral density filters, vertical video, and wireless connectivity. It uses a 425-point hybrid AF system with Sony's acclaimed real-time AF for both stills and videos, a similar configuration as the A6100. And this latest iteration also uses machine learning and AI for subject recognition for a class-leading focus speed of 0.03 seconds. With this new release, Sony's equipped the camera with a 3-capsule microphone, specially designed for capturing audio without distracting ambient sounds. The camera also has a tally lamp, which is a front-facing light that indicates the video recording is active. Plus, it offers the smart auto exposure feature, ensuring your face is always accurately exposed, and the new product showcase mode, which smoothly transitions the focus to the product held in front of the camera. Overall, Sony ZV-1 ups the standards in the compact segment and now takes the reign as the current leader of this class. It delivers a large 1-inch sensor, high-quality lens, unfailing autofocus, unlimited video, and log profiles. And compared to rivals at this price point, it's a slam dunk on Sony's end, considering the feature set and its starting price, and a home run release for Sony that's now the ideal choice for YouTubers and vloggers. It goes leaps and bounds above the competition in automation, and it provides a feature set that makes the process of creating great content that much easier. So there you have it, my friends. There are the best cameras to start your YouTube channel under $1,000. For more information on any of these cameras, check out our website, photographypx.com. Then go to our camera reviews page, then to the applicable sections as far as manufacturers are concerned, and there you will see full detailed written reviews. You can also look at the pinned comment in the description down below, and that will take you right to this top 10 list as well, and then you can see the reviews of the applicable cameras in that list. I've been your host, Devaun Lennox. We will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found the contents of today's video insightful and it added value to you. If you're new here, please consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Also, leave us a like and a comment in the description down below. Let us know if we overlooked something or we missed something that we covered in today's video. I've been your host, Devaun Lennox. Photography. .com.